Assalamualaikum. Hi guys. Now we are going to learn about the new chapter. This is about amines. There are 4 subtopics in this chapter. Let's go with the first part, which is introduction to amines. In this video, you are going to learn how to give the name and how to classify the amines based on their specific classes. And also you are going to learn how to draw the structure of amine. To determine the nomenclature of amine, you have to use the same concept as before. Determine the longest carbon chain with amino group in the parent chain. And after that, you have to give the lowest number for the amino group. And after that, if you have substituents, you have to put their position as a prefix and follow the alphabetical order. So let's go with the first part, which is nomenclature of aliphatic amine. We have general formula, alkyl group attached to amino group. So this is aliphatic amine. It doesn't matter how your structure of alkyl group is, but it must be directly attached to amino group. So we have several ways to give the name, and all of them depends on the class of that amine. So we are going to focus for primary amine first. So when you have alkane, letter E dekat belakang ni, you are going to replace with the suffix or with the family name as amine. For example, I have this one. This is primary amine, where you can see that alkyl group attached directly to NH2. So the class is primary amine. And then when you want to give the name for this part, you have to choose how many carbon chains that you have. We have 3 carbon chains starting from here. So 3 carbon chains usually for alkane adalah propane. Tapi sebab kita nak ubah huruf E dekat belakang, huruf E dekat belakang untuk nama alkane akan diubah jadi amine. So this one akan jadi propanamine. Another one, you can also write it down as propan-1-amine. This is where you separate the family name with number in the middle of it. Next, we have this example B. So same concept, tentukan dulu the most longest parent chain. I'm going to start the first carbon closer to amino group. So it's going to be this carbon, and then second, third, and then fourth. So your parent, you have 4 carbon atoms attached to the amino group. So bila 4, kita ada butanamine. Tapi kita ada methyl dekat sini as a substituents. So the name for this one will be 3-methyl butanamine. You can also give the name by separating the family name as 3-methyl butan-1-amine. So this amine, you can see that nitrogen attached to this whole alkyl group. So we call it as primary amine for its class. Next, we have example C. So first thing first, tentukan carbon chain yang paling panjang. So I'm going to start from the left. We have 4 carbon atoms, and then this will be our parent. But right now, you can see that amino group is at position carbon number 2. So the name will be 2-butanamine, or you can write it down as butan-2-amine. So that's it for our name for primary amine. So this one also primary amine. Next, we go for secondary and tertiary amine. This is a bit special. When you want to give the name for them, you have to use N substituted derivatives of primary amine. So what does it mean by that? First thing first, tentukan the longest carbon chain yang ada NH group. And then after that, kalau ada substituents dekat N awak kena berikan numbering dia sebagai N. So let's try a few examples. So we have this structure. This structure you can see N dekat sini. So the first carbon will be on the left. Kalau pergi dekat kanan hanya ada 1 carbon. So kita pergi to the left. So to the left we have the first carbon, and then continue with the second and third carbon. So parent kita adalah this one. How about this structure? This structure CH3 akan jadi substitute dan dia attach kepada this nitrogen atom. So how am I going to give the name? I'm going to write it down as N to indicate the position of methyl. So dash methyl, and then kita ada 3 carbons, and then the name of the parent will be propanamine. So this is our secondary amine because you have nitrogen here attached to one alkyl group and another one more. So secondary amine. Next, kita ada example B. Same goes here. Tentukan dulu kat mana position nitrogen awak. Nitrogen is here. So I'm going to go to the left because to the left dia akan dapat lebih panjang carbon chain. And then we are going to give the numbering. So we have 3 and then 4 carbon atoms for our parent. So parent kita adalah butanamine. Cuma sekarang saya ada another substituents iaitu 2 carbon. Ini adalah ethyl. Dia berada attach kepada this nitrogen. So same case as example A, kita akan letak position ethyl, N-ethyl, and then because of 4 carbon atoms dia akan jadi butanamine. And then you can see this nitrogen, dia ada satu alkyl group here and another one more. So 2 alkyl groups attached to nitrogen means this is secondary amine. Now we go for structure C. Structure C, kita ada aliphatic amine juga. Cuma sekarang, konsep yang sama. This is our nitrogen. And then I'm going to go to the right. Because to the right, I can get more longer carbon chains for my parent. Give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at N, we have methyl, 2 of it. So kita akan jadikan dia sebagai N, N because we have 2 dimethyl. So N, N dash dimethyl. And the parent kita 4 carbons untuk amine, dia akan jadi butanamine. So this is the name. And you can see that kita ada dekat nitrogen 3 alkyl group, 2 methyl, then this one another 3 alkyl groups. So you have this amine as class tertiary amine. Next one, kita identify, masih lagi konsep yang sama, nitrogen dekat sini. And then, kalau saya pergi ke arah kanan, saya hanya dapat 2 carbon. Kalau pergi atas, saya dapat 1. So, kalau saya pergi kiri, saya dapat 3. So, my parent will be to the left. And then, give the numbering. So, my numbering, saya ada 1, 2, 3. And then, substituent saya adalah methyl dan juga ethyl. So, first thing first, tulis ikut alphabetical order dan position dia dekat N. So, dia akan jadi N-ethyl. Lepas tu, dash N-methyl. So, dah settle untuk substituents. Kita tulis dia punya parent iaitu 3 carbon propanamine. So, this is how you give the name for tertiary amine. Same goes here. Because we have 1, 2, and then 3 alkyl groups. Let's go to the next one. Next one, saya ada E. Konsep yang sama, tentukan nitrogen. So, this is my nitrogen. Saya akan go to the right. So, bila saya go to the right, saya akan dapat this carbon chain as my longest carbon chain. Dan saya boleh lihat position saya for the numbering, it will start from here. And then you get 5 number of carbon atoms for your parent of amine. And then kita ada 2 substituents iaitu methyl. Tetapi methyl sekarang berada dekat posisi yang berbeza. Satu attach kepada nitrogen, satu lagi kepada carbon yang keempat. So macam mana saya nak tulis saya punya position of my substituent? You have to put N first. So N untuk this methyl. Okay, this methyl. So first thing first, saya akan tulis N, and then position kedua untuk methyl adalah carbon number 4. Barulah awak tulis dash, and then dimethyl, and then our parent with 5 carbon atoms, dia akan jadi pentan 1-amine. Kenapa saya tulis 1 dekat sini? Sebab amine awak boleh berada dekat carbon yang lain juga. So kena specify dekat sini. And then the class of this amine, kalau lihat kita ada satu alkyl group for this nitrogen and another one bit more. So kita ada dua alkyl groups attached to nitrogen. This will be secondary amine. So please be careful bila awak tengok awak punya substituent dekat position yang berbeza. Salah satu nitrogen, salah satu carbon. Next we go for structure F. Structure F, kita dah ada dapat cyclic. So, jangan panik, lihat dulu awak punya position nitrogen. So, nitrogen is outside the cyclic ring. So, what you can say here, you have cyclic ring together with this nitrogen as the pairing. So, macam mana saya nak tulis? Kalau cyclic sahaja tanpa kita punya substituents dekat sini, dia adalah cyclohexane. Tapi sekarang dia include sekali dengan nitrogen, it will be cyclohexanamine. That is our parent. And at position N, we have methyl. So same goes here, you are going to give the name N-methyl and then the parent will be cyclohexanamine. So ini kita akan tulis sebagai the name of this structure. And then you can see that we have two substituents. We have two alkyl groups here. This is our secondary amine. So this is very simple. Now kita akan masuk beberapa cases untuk special part for the nomenclature of amine. Kalau kita ada NH2 sebagai substituent, kita akan berikan nama dia sebagai amino. Macam mana case ini terjadi? When you have more priority for the functional groups present in the same compound. Dan priority list saya sudah tulis dekat sini, the most priority adalah carbon dioxide, follow with carbonyl and so on. So boleh nampak NH2 berada di sini. Kalau kita ada another functional groups yang saya highlight sini, maknanya dia akan jadi parent, bukan lagi amine. So let's go with the first example. Example A, saya ada this carboxyl group dan juga amino group. So of course our parent will be the carboxyl group. Automatically this carbon will be the first carbon. So saya akan berikan numbering 1 and then 2. So bila 2 carbon atoms for carboxylic acid, this is ethanoic acid. And then kita ada amino sebagai substituent at carbon position number 2. So the name of the structure will be 2-amino ethanoic acid. So this is very easy. Next one, kita ada this structure di mana saya ada OH dan OH ni include sekali dengan benzene ring. Dia akan berikan nama common name for benzene derivatives iaitu phenol. And then this phenol is our parent. And then kita ada NH2 sebagai substituent iaitu amino. And kalau kita tahu phenol adalah parent, automatically this one akan jadi position carbon number 1. So 1 and then amino akan berada dekat carbon number 3. So the name of this structure will be 3-aminophenol. This is it. Next kita go to nomenclature untuk aromatic amine. Aromatic amine bermaksud awak ada NH2 ataupun N attached directly to the benzene ring. Contoh structure this one, kalau awak nampak NH2 attached directly to the benzene ring, this one will be aniline. Ini adalah common name yang awak belajar dalam chapter benzene. So ini adalah aniline. And then next one, kalau saya ada this NH2 directly attached to benzene ring, masih lagi aniline, tapi saya ada satu substituent CH3 dekat carbon number 3 because this one carbon number 1, 2 and then 3. So the name of this structure will be 3-methylaniline. Very simple. Next kita ada structure C. Konsep yang sama, parent saya adalah aniline. So maknanya this NH2 attached to the benzene ring is my parent. Automatically this one akan jadi first carbon. And then second carbon saya akan pergi sama ada atas kat sini ataupun dekat sini, sama sahaja. So I'm going to start from here, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So kita ada bromo, Br, dekat position carbon number 2, 4 and 6. The name will be 2, 4, 6. 3 bromo, dia akan jadi tri bromo, and then the parent is aniline. And last structure we have this nitrogen. This nitrogen dia attach directly kepada benzene ring. So ini adalah kita punya parent name. And then parent name masih lagi konsep yang sama, iaitu aniline. Cuma salah satu daripada H untuk aniline dia ganti dengan CH3. So apa yang kita akan buat, kita akan letak metil kita iaitu CH3 ini dekat position N sebagai substituent. So the name will be N-methyl. Itu yang pertama untuk substituents, dan saya punya parent adalah aniline. This is it. Next, saya masih lagi ada benzene ring attached to the nitrogen. So ingat, walaupun nitrogen ni dia ada alkyl group sebanyak 2, iaitu these two, dia adalah substituents kita. Dia masih lagi memberikan parent name iaitu aniline. Okay, so what I'm going to do, my substituents is 2 carbon atoms iaitu ethyl, and they are at the same position this nitrogen. So the name will be N-N-diethyl because 2 ethyl groups attached to the same nitrogen, and the parent is aniline. And then last structure we have, same goes here. This is our aniline, nitrogen directly attached to the benzene ring, and then kita ada satu substituents adalah methyl, satu lagi adalah ethyl. So follow the alphabetical order. Both of them are at N position. It will be N-ethyl, N-methyl, and our parent will be aniline. So the closure for our naming for amine, you have to understand there are several common names for most primary amine. So I hope you can realize that this is the common name that you can use for IUPAC name that you've learned so far. So both of these are acceptable for our answer in nomenclature of amine. Now we are going to continue with the second part of this video where you have to learn how to draw the structure of amine. So first thing first, identify the parent of amine first. So awak nampak kat sini ada aniline. So aniline adalah kita punya benzene ring. So lukis dulu benzene ring. And this benzene ring attached to nitrogen. So ini adalah aniline. Tetapi kita tahu nitrogen boleh buat maksimum 3 bond. So satu bond dia akan attach kepada methyl, satu bond lagi kepada isopropyl. Dua-dua adalah position N. So saya akan lukis isopropyl, saya akan lukis methyl. So this is our structure for A. Next kita ada B. So tengok kita punya parent. So parent sekarang adalah pentanamine dekat position carbon number 2. So apa maksud 2 here? It means that position amino group awak. So buat dulu 5 carbon sebab penta. So 5 carbon like this one, and then give the numbering so that you can see your drawing and double check your drawing. At carbon number 2 you have N, and then seterusnya apa yang awak nampak dekat sini, kita ada methyl. Methyl dekat position N dan bromo dekat position carbon number 4. So saya akan gerakkan sikit drawing saya ke bawah. So awak boleh nampak saya nak tambah dekat N adalah saya punya bond pertama attached to methyl. And then bond kedua saya sudah ada dekat sini. So ada satu lagi bond untuk nitrogen attach kepada apa? Kepada nitrogen. So maksimum 3 bond untuk nitrogen. So kalau awak nampak structure macam ni, pastikan awak complete the structure by adding another bond for nitrogen attached to hydrogen. And then last one kita ada 4 bromo. This is at the 4th carbon. Tarik bond dulu baru letak bromo. So settle for B. Now we go for C and D. So untuk C kita ada pentane. So pentane sekarang kita punya parent. So pentane maksudnya 5 carbon. So 5 carbon, you draw it like this. Don't forget to give the numbering. And then seterusnya dekat carbon number 3 saya ada CH3. And then carbon number 2 saya ada amino. Letak bond baru tambah awak punya functional group. So this is structure C. And last one kita ada aniline. So aniline masih lagi konsep yang sama. Lukis dulu benzene ring. And then this benzene ring is going to attach to N. Kalau awak lihat, this carbon is going to be the first carbon. So kita letak numbering dulu untuk first carbon, second, third and fourth. After that, kita ada 2 chloro, iaitu 2 chloro here at position carbon number 2 for the benzene ring. So I'm going to put bond kepada chloro. And then kita ada N-methyl. N-methyl maksudnya dia attach kepada this nitrogen. So tarik dulu bond, letak CH3 untuk methyl. And then satu lagi bond untuk this nitrogen, dia akan attach kepada hydrogen. So you got your structure for D. So that's it for our video. I hope you are clear with the structural formula and how to give the name for amine, and of course all together with the classification of amine. Try to do the tutorial question, and that's it from me. See you in the next video. Bye.